You know, I happen to be like one of the biggest, if not the biggest, Colin Kaepernick supporter there is out there, and I just don't talk about it. I be about it. You know, because there's a lot of cats that's out here, both black and white, and any other people of ethnicity or nationality that says that, oh yeah, I'll support what he does and all this and stuff. Well, they won round during the beginning when this man here decided to go ahead and take a stand for us, refusing to stand up to that racist song called the national anthem, which is basically symbolic of going ahead and oppressing black people, as is the Star Spangled Banner. And before all you freaking patriots that want to come on here and want to troll my channel or troll Taurine Rain's channel, Cynthia G's, Irv Griffin, Mr. Superboy 223, Jason Black, Professor Black Truth, Tariq Nasheed, and even the Pills. Let me put y'all punk asses in check right now. Colin Kaepernick said that the military was never an issue. He never mentioned anything about the military. So that proverbial straw man that y'all use as an excuse to justify your actions is irrelevant, because the real military veterans, current and ex-military, have came out and supported Kaepernick. And Jesse Ventura had put the strawberry on the top of the sundae. So y'all could miss me with that bullshit right there. Nadia, the latest that has came out, and I've talked about this in several of my circles, preferably with my fellow Morsketeer brothers, Poppy Bay and Ambassador Goodman Ill, that now here's the thing with Roger No Good Dale and the other 32 owners, and I use that term loosely, owners on the NFL, saying that the reason that nobody doesn't want to sign Colin Kaepernick now is because of him being a vegetarian, or vegan for short. Which I said flat out, this is the biggest crock of this is the biggest crock of moose shit I've ever heard in my life. Now, anybody that either is a sports fan, or you're just a fitness buff or a gym rat like myself, would know full well that being a vegan doesn't have nothing to do with how you perform on an everyday basis, whether it's in, no matter what sports that you involved in, or whatever extracurricular that you involved in. Let it be boxing, let it be martial arts, let it be MMA or whatever, or wrestling or whatever, football, basketball, baseball, like that. That has nothing to do with how you perform on the field. Retired running back, former Miami Dolphin, former Houston Texan running back, Adrian Foster, who also supported Kaepernick, and shout out to Adrian Foster, first of all, have already stated that he stopped consuming foods which is animal products, like meat, that sort of thing like that. Because if anything, and according to like some of my Rastafarian brothers and sisters, being a vegan basically enhances you, and it also prolongs your longevity. But then again, you got the bunch of clueless morons who think, and I had an argument with somebody like that at my place of business. Him being a vegan, and it has nothing to do with with how he performed on that field. Colin Kaepernick is still one of the top-rated passers in the NFL. I mean, he has like a 90% passing rate. Scored a lot more touchdowns, and then with the 6 years he been there with the San Francisco 49ers, may I remind you, 2012, he's took them to the Super Bowl. Before that, it was even in the playoffs, and then the year after that, after 2012, they were just basically Hail Mary pass away from going right back, if not for the Seattle Seahawks. Which, me personally, I believe that might be one of the teams he might end up with. But I'm going to go ahead. I'm not going to get into that, though, right now. So, an article that came up stating this. An article came out stating this about with Colin Kaepernick. And it's a whole bunch of horse shit, man. You know, it's a whole bunch of horse shit. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna go right here, and here it go right here. You know, report says Colin Kaepernick's diet is an issue for some teams. Okay, now it says like here, add being a vegan to the growing list of reasons NFL teams are supposedly, oh boy, keyword, supposedly shying away from signing former 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick. 49ers beat reporter Mac Maiaso of NBC Sports Bay Area tweeted that tidbit Friday, saying Kaepernick's vegan diet could be causing NFL teams to question his dedication. At season's end, Colin Kaepernick stated that he was fully committed to football, but some teams are unconvinced and wonder about his vegan diet. Well, see, that's the bullshit right there. Like I said, that reasoning might not fit too well considering Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers are known for consuming vegan-oriented diets. See the hypocrisy there? You know, once again, you got white supremacy rearing its ugly head. The Golden Boy and God, I hate this motherfucker. Discount Double Check. You know, it's okay if they doing it, but when this man get out here doing it, and I'm pretty sure there's plenty other players that's in the NFL or the NBA or Major League Baseball or what that are basically vegans. Now the point here, I think once teams decide they don't want someone, they come up with plenty of reasons to try to justify the decision. Right. Kaepernick's diet was blamed by some last year as a reason it took him months to get back to an ideal playing weight after going through multiple off-season surgeries. But his commitment to football hasn't been questioned by the coaches he's played under in the NFL, as evidenced by a Sports Illustrated piece this week on Kaepernick that quoted the former 49ers coaches Jim Harbaugh and Chip Kelly. Every day his car would be the first one in the parking lot. He'd be studying film and he'd be working out in the morning. I mean, no later than 5:45. He was already in a full lather when I would see him. Kelly, who coached Kaepernick last season in the midst of his national anthem protest, dismissed the notion that Kaepernick was a distraction or that he wasn't dedicated to football. Shoot, when Colin is with us, he is 100% football. There's not, hey coach, I don't have time for this. That was never him. The protests never affected how he worked or what our workplace was like. And that's a credit to Colin. Kaepernick, per Matt Barrows of the Sacramento Bee, is back up to his pre-injury playing weight of 225 pounds. Meanwhile, Kaepernick still hasn't found a team after opting out of the final year's contract with the 49ers earlier last month in March. Okay. Now you see that? Now you got, I know Jim Harbaugh, and I had the pleasure of meeting Jim Harbaugh. Just one of the realest people that you ever want to be around. You know, I had a pleasure of meeting him. You know, I've been a big fan of Jim Harbaugh since his the days he came out of Michigan and he was quarterback for my Chicago Bears, a better quarterback than Mike Tomczak to my book. And then he really caught fire when he went to the Colts, and he was known as Captain Comeback. I was there that game when they played the Dolphins down here, and the Dolphins were basically blowing the Colts out. Second half, all of a sudden, man, he led like a 30. He came back from a 30-point deficit, and they beat him, which was a pivotal win for them. And the thing about it, that's how the name Captain. Every game he did it. I mean, that's how he became Captain Comeback. You know, Chip Kelly. Well, you already know the story with that. But even with Chip Kelly had came out and said in support of Colin Kaepernick and stuff like that. And I've heard Chip Kelly said this before. Yeah, what I just read to y'all, yeah, he said that's absolutely true. Chip Kelly never said Colin Kaepernick wasn't distraction. It was never a distraction, I'm sorry, or whatever like this. And by the way, this is a good piece from Matt Malco, you know. So, you know, that's the excuse they want to do. But unlike some of my other YouTube colleagues and my YouTube brothers in arms and sisters in arms, I'm not ready yet to say that Kaepernick is being is blackballed. I'm not going to really officially say that. I just got a feeling there's something in the wind that's going to happen. You could probably call me. I'm gonna call it right now, and I could be wrong if I say this. Expect Colin Kaepernick to be with a team after the NFL draft. Now, this is not my way of going ahead and jinxing nobody. I don't believe in that. But I believe he will be with an NFL team after the draft. But in the meantime, since no team hasn't signed him and all these jokers are doing it, and yes, even 45 has taken his little cheap shot through the shade at Colin, I tell you like this. The NFL is no doubt is the ultimate alpha male sport, and yes, it's also one that's also systematically run by organized entities. I don't want to say mafia, but it is what it is. Because the fact of the matter, you got to look at these things from an economic standpoint. You got 75, maybe close to 80% of the players that are in the NFL happen to be black or African American. Then on top of that, you know, with mostly all the owners being Caucasian or some honorary, you know. So here's the thing about it, and here's the double standard. And I just read a double standard there. If cheater number 12, hashtag cheater 12, and also Miss Sharon Rogers, it's okay for them to take be a vegan oriented diet and be quote unquote a vegan. But when a brother does it, oh, it's a problem. They had that same issue too with Ricky Williams when he was down here in Miami and played for the Dolphins and stuff. That, you know, he wouldn't take the routine medical stuff when players get injured or anything like that. You know, Ricky Williams was into holistic medicine and holistic health. I'm into holistic health. I'm into, taking natural herbs and things like that. I mean, like, look, let's just keep it real like this. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't like hospitals. That's why I don't like doctors or anything else like that. I mean, we have everything on this planet that's nature provides to cure us if we get sick or whatever like that. Now, modern medicine might be good at some point, but then again, I'd rather do it the natural way, and you come out a lot more better. And Colin Kaepernick knows that. And see, it's pretty good for him I'm happy when I see brothers like that doing that. I mean, he's still a young man. Colin is 29 years old. Okay, 29. So I'm saying like that. So being a vegan ain't nothing wrong with that. Because being a vegan, your mind chilled out, your senses are a lot more sharpened, and you're a lot more focused. Him being a Scorpio like myself, yeah, focus is what we're about. But then when you start eating that red meat and stuff like that, your usual hamburgers, whether you go to Burger King or McDevil's or whatever like that, or Five Guys, which are good burgers, by the way. For me personally, when it comes to burgers, I like my veggie burgers better. I'll be honest with you. It's like you just become aggressive. It brings the animalistic style out you or something like that. That's how I see that. But here's my thing, the solution to all this. I would not be going. They boycott Colin Kaepernick even after the draft, and nobody else signed. Man, boycott the NFL. Boycott it. Do not go to none of the games. Do not be a season ticket holder. Do not buy no NFL merchandise. No gear, no nothing. Hell, do not even subscribe to NFL Sunday Ticket. Now I'm saying all these things now. But the thing is about with that, how many of our people are going to do that? You already seen what happened when this man here had took a knee and decided not to go ahead and stand up for the national anthem. We already seen how that happened. We already seen it. We already seen what happened. They only want us. They only like us as long as we entertaining them. And it's just not with some of these white supremacists. It's also some with these old buck dancing, tap dancing, sellout Sambos, coons, and bed wenches as well. Because I read some comments on some posts, whether it was on Facebook, whether it was on YouTube, whether it was on Instagram, talking about saying, oh, well, son, that's what he going, that's what he get. See, now, he bit the hand that fed him, and da-da-da, and all this stuff. And I just had shook my head. Now, it could probably be one of these idiotic racist trolls with these ghost accounts as Town Biz and Cynthia G-Dum and the Elder, as the Elder talked about. But to tell you the truth, we need to get on here, stop around here fiddling around, and start getting out here and going ahead and standing behind Colin Kaepernick. I've been standing behind Colin Kaepernick since before he even took the stand that what he did. Because see, you can fight the good fight on so many fronts. Because all these people who's talking all this, that he did this, he did that, oh, he sold out and all that. As my good friend Prince GMO said, y'all face isn't on the camera. His face is out there on the camera. This man took a lot of ridicule. So when he buckled down, he took that stance, he took a lot of ridicule. People were even posting or were giving him death threats. Not just to him, but also to his family, like maybe his parents or his lady, everything. And like like I said, and I'm gonna make a message. I'm gonna just say call a lot of these idiots out that did that. Touch them if you want to, and find out what the hell happened. But also kudos to some of the white players too that also stand behind Kaepernick. Kudos to Chris Long, son of Howie Long, for getting out there, and he stood behind Kaepernick. Chris Long is now playing with the Philadelphia Eagles right now. He just won after he won the Super Bowl with the New England Patriots. You know what I'm saying? But Colin Kaepernick, man, look, him being a vegan should not have anything to do with how he plays or anything of that nature, of that sort. That was just straight up bullshit, and it's another little political move by Roger No Goodell, who basically is in the back pocket of most of these NFL owners, specifically the ones from Boston, and some other entities. Because here's the double standard and hypocrisy of it. I mean, I guess in order to be an NFL player, if you're a double murderer like Ray Lewis, or a rapist like Ben Roethlisberger, or even a woman beater like Greg Hardy, it's all good. You can play. You can get paid millions of dollars. You can even win a Super Bowl or two. But if you're somebody who take a knee to stand up for melanated people who's been oppressed and being killed with impunity by race soldiers who are infiltrating in law enforcement, or donate money to a movement that brings awareness, that's bringing the attention to the forefront about black people being killed by police, aka race soldiers, because Colin Kaepernick donated a movement $1 million to Black Lives Matter, and let me just stop right here for a second. To all these idiotic, dumbass, pink, recessive gene, vermin carrying, dog sniffing, dog butt sniffing, dog sleeping, dog animal intercourse latent cave trolls, that not all black people are not down with Black Lives Matter. But we get the hashtag. And I don't really want to get all into that, but I just wanted to point that out. He donated $50,000 to Meals on Wheels to feed senior citizens and homeless people. And I also posted on my Instagram page that he had donated his whole shoe collection to homeless people as well. I'm talking about, so some people that's got some of them brand new 2017 Michael Jordans kicks, put it that way. This man has given money. He's put his time in. He's still putting in work. Especially like how they sent like food, water, supplies, and rented a Turkish airliners to feed the people that's dying over in Somalia and stuff. Help raised over $1 million in there. Yeah, see, these are the things that the mainstream media doesn't talk about. But instead, you focused on 45 and the stupid junk with the Russians and all that other stuff. That's not our concern. They got their own problems. That's on them. Let them go ahead and implode within. Shoot. Black people, our focus is need to get behind this brother here and go ahead and do what need to be done. Because see, like I said at the beginning of this video, it's a lot of us that get out here and talk about it, but a lot of us are not going to be about it. You know what I'm saying? Colin Kaepernick ain't beating up his girlfriend. He ain't out here murdering people. He ain't out here raping nobody. Only crime he did in their eyes is that he took a knee to stand up for us, to say, hey, look, this is wrong. And then on top of that, let me bring out another double standard with that. All y'all jokers, all you peckerwoods got mad. Y'all got upset talking about saying, oh, this nigger just shut up and play. You getting paid $11.9 million. Saying like that. How can you be oppressed? How can you be this? You taking a knee. You stand up for that flag. Oh, it was offensive when Colin Kaepernick took a knee. But I don't see none of y'all said a damn thing. Let me just go here for 1 second. I'm finna hit you right in the goddamn mouth. I didn't see y'all say nothing when Tim Tebow was doing it. I didn't see none of y'all said a damn thing. I didn't see y'all say a damn thing when Tim Tebow was doing it. You know? When Tim Tebow scored a touchdown, it was no problem. You know? And kids were doing it. As far as Pop Warner, they were T-Bowing as well. You know, I still remember kids were getting kicked out of school just for that. But they blackballed Tim Tebow as well, because of his Christian values and stuff. Oh, but to the sports nuts, we kind of tend to forget. We kind of tend to forget that. And let me explain something to you else about this. And this ain't no pot shot at Tim Tebow or nothing like that, because I never had nothing against him. Never. Even when he was playing with the Gators and stuff. The average Caucasian will get out there and think like, oh, well, he's one of us and all that. Anybody could look at Tim Tebow and basically could tell look at him and tell, well, that's just him kneeling, you know, taking a knee like he doing. And just y'all tell me. Does he look like, ethnicity wise, does he look like your normal, like what I may want to consider a normal Caucasian? Now doesn't know his whole ancestry though, but I'm already doing research on that. You know. But see, but my point is, you know, he doesn't have the Afrocentric features that what Kaepernick has. You know what I'm saying? But Tebow's mixed with something. And also my point is too, when Tim Tebow was taking the knee back in like mid to late 2000s, when he was playing with the Denver Broncos and all that, You know, because we know for a fact we couldn't stop hearing about Tim Tebow because of the fact of the matter, you know, Skip Bayless made sure of that. You know, it wasn't no problem. But this man here go takes a knee, all of a sudden it's a problem. It's a big problem. That's the shit that burns me every goddamn time. It pisses me off. But my thing is like this. It's all this, like, you know, look, fuck the NFL, boycott that piece of shit. Because, you know, you realize how much money the NFL makes. You know how much those owners make when they sell out their stadiums. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm just like trying to look for something. You know how much money they make off of that? A whole lot. Shoot. But my thing is like this. Sorry about that. Fellow Samsung, right? Anyway. But we need to go ahead and get behind this brother, man. I've been behind him for the longest. So has Tory Reigns, so has Irv Griffin, so has Mr. Superboy 223, several others, plenty of us and all that. They gonna boycott Kaepernick, we boycott the NFL. And the same thing should be said on the NBA, because when Colin Kaepernick did that went across all all the sports leagues. NBA, Major League Baseball, high school football, college high school football, and even Pop Warner. I can even show you a picture of where we had some referees were even taking a knee. You know, never mind the lesbian soccer chick that took a knee in support of Kaepernick, but a girl that was at the Heat game, who sung the national anthem, and she took a knee. Because my point is the fact of the matter that, you know, he unveiled a dirty little secret. See, the thing is, and I'm gonna still stay on the NFL here for a second. The thing is that as long as we entertain these crackers, it's all good. But the minute that we take a stance to stand up for our people, more importantly, stand up for ourselves, or we're problematic, we're a distraction, we're this. And this is also something to directed that fat piece of shit from the Cleveland Browns, Joe Thomas. How you gonna talk about saying that Colin Kaepernick being a distraction when two of his teammates, Josh Gordon and Johnny Manziel, that's another one, were much of a distraction, but all of a sudden the New Orleans Saints is interested in Johnny Manziel. Johnny Manziel's beat up his girlfriend. He showed up at the camp drunk, out here partying, doing dope, all this stuff. Nothing done. But that's that white privilege. You know, Johnny Manziel, before he came in the league, he already had money because his family privilege. But then when you see cats like Von Miller and Odell Beckham Jr. up here taking pictures with him, doing their little buck dancing and sambo act, it makes me sick to my stomach. Well, fuck y'all want to be hanging around this piece of filth for? When you should really be getting behind this man. Shit. He ain't doing it for himself. He ain't doing it for attention. No. He doing it because it's the right thing to do. They criticize Muhammad Ali the same way. And Craig Hodges. And Mahmoud Abdul Rauf. You know. But then again, those guys I just mentioned, I guess they're comfortable with being a $40 million slave. But fuck the NFL, fuck Roger Goodell, fuck all the so-called NFL supporters and boosters. They could kiss my ass as far as I'm concerned. You ain't got to worry about me even. Yeah, and even I do like my Chicago Bears, but sorry, I'm not going to watch no games until this man is on with the team. Personally, I wish Chicago would have got him. Instead, we get a nobody by the name of Mike Glennon and kick him out $15 million. This motherfucker ain't did shit when he was in Tampa. Please, give me a freaking break. I wish we would have got him in Chi-Town. I wish Chi-Town would have got him. You know. But anyway, though, that's my thing about that. Him being a vegan ain't got jack shit to do with that. And there's several other YouTubers that's out here, black YouTubers, that talking about saying, oh, well, he lost muscle mass, this and that. I mean, half of y'all cats who misinformed, y'all just need to shut the fuck up, because being a vegan doesn't have anything to do with how you perform your job. That's just like saying you on your regular job, I'm a vegetarian, but I'm saying like that, I'm saying, is that going to have anything to do with you not coming to work on time? Does that have anything to do with you performing your duties that are asking you on an 8, 10, 12-hour shift? Huh? Does that even going to have anything to do with you providing customer service or anything like that? No, of course not. His performance on the field didn't have anything to do with what happened, because it wasn't Kaepernick's fault. The man ain't had he ain't had the personnel around him to go to execute. And that coach there that got the 49ers, Kyle Shanahan, that came over from the Falcons, yeah, the same offensive coordinator who claimed that his playbook got stolen. He said his playbook got stolen, which is probably one of the catalyst reasons why the New England Patriots, well, New England Cheatriots, I call them, won the Super Bowl. You know, all that, it's just a bunch of horse shit, to be honest with you. But Colin Kaepernick, man, look here, stay up, brother, man. Look here, keep your head up. Don't even worry about that. And I'm pretty sure he's not even sweating it. But mark my word, I strongly believe he will be with the NFL team after or before the NFL 2017 NFL draft. If he don't, boycott this shit. Boycott the NFL. Period.